Hey man, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
I actually didn't get a chance to watch any of the first games in round one, but I just took a look at some how the outcomes went, and it looks pretty good, pretty expected. But what are your thoughts so far?
Okay, so my thoughts are, I think it's a pretty good first round. The Lakers lost first game against Nuggets. Nuggets are up 1-0 now. They do play today at 10 o'clock p.m. Can the Lakers bounce back and take their win against Nuggets, or can Nuggets take a two-series lead? What do you think?
Oh, dude, that makes me sad to hear. Like when I seen that they lost, I watched that one, and that one hurt because that's a team I'm rooting for, like LeBron and the Lakers. But I think they could get it done. Like it was a pretty solid game, but it kind of was like how it went last year as well for the Lakers. I feel like, and the Nuggets just outpowered them in the fourth, and like LeBron and AD both dropped like 30 each. So it's like how much more can they bring to the team? So I don't know how it's gonna go. Definitely, I hope it'll be a good series. Like I hope Lakers could take the one tonight, but it is Nuggets. Denver is a really good team. They're really really deep, and with like Jokic too, they make it
Yeah.
they make it really tough to like find just places to go on big runs in the game. But I think Lakers, if they're gonna stay in the series, like they gotta take this game. Like they gotta take one, and then like going back to LA the next game. Like this is a pretty big game for them in the series. So
Yeah. So if they want to bounce back, right, they have to play their best. Like Anthony Davis and LeBron are doing their jobs. We just need D'Lo and Austin Reeves to pick it up for the Lakers. But otherwise, the Lakers are doing not too bad. It just they can't stop the Nuggets. You can't stop Jokic down low in the paint. He's just a big man. He's hard to stop in the paint, and you can't stop Jamal Murray either. Like their team is a really solid team, and I feel like that it's going to be hard for the Lakers to defend.
yeah, exactly. And but like if Lakers get it going, like what you said, like it's kind of now up to like D'Lo to really like kind of show himself as like their big three. Like he needs to kind of be a superstar this series for them to take it. And I feel like he's ready for that. He's been playing really good, and hopefully we see it tonight. I think that's the deciding factor tonight. If he could have a really good game.
Yeah, like AD scored 32 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists. If the other teammates can contribute, then I think the Lakers can take it tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I'll definitely tune in.
Yeah, and also games that happened on Saturday where the 76ers versus the Knicks. That was a really good game. I was watching a little bit of it. The 76ers were up, but then Embiid injured himself while coming down on the dunk. He landed kind of off on his foot, and that kind of led the Knicks to a win there because Embiid kind of injured himself, right? So
I missed that.
then
So did he get taken out of the game?
he got taken out of the game,
Wow.
but then he came back, but he wasn't at 100%, right?
Yeah.
So they couldn't play at full speed. So then the Knicks took that win, and then Embiid had 29 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And then Josh Hart went off from 3 point land. I think he had three threes, and he had 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. What do you think on the Knicks and 76ers game?
I mean, I missed that. Like, I just kind of skimmed the highlights and checked up on the box scores. So I missed the actual game. So I didn't know Embiid got injured there. I missed that report. But I mean, I think it'll be a really good series. Like they had an awesome season this year. They finally got a good team rolling for them. But I don't know. I think like now if like we'll see if like Embiid's healthy today, came to like he was running for MVP, I think, this season before he got injured. So like that's kind of like it's hard to say anything about the Knicks right now until we see Embiid at full strength one game. Like once the Knicks beat the Sixers with Embiid like full strength whole game, like Embiid being Embiid, then it's like okay, like the Knicks like might have something here. But until we see that, you just can't count out Embiid and the Sixers. I think they're a pretty strong force in the East.
Yeah, so if Embiid feels a lot better next game, then I can see that the Sixers are going to take game two.
Yeah, I agree with you.
If Embiid's 100%. So he wasn't really 100% last time around, but hopefully he could be 100%. So it could be a nice tight series between the Knicks. Because the Knicks and the Sixers are both great teams. I could see that series going to like a 6 series.
Yeah, for sure. And I think these like first two home games for New York are pretty huge too, because like their fan base is pretty like gives the team a lot. So I think like if Knicks go up 2-0 in the series at home, that would be like a huge for them. So like big game for them, because then heading into Philly, like that'll be hard to catch that win.
Yeah. And then going to the Timberwolves versus the Suns game. The Suns They're not too bad, but Kevin Durant could not pick it up for the rest of his team, and therefore the Timberwolves took game one. Anthony Edwards did his best that game. He had 33 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists, and then Kevin Durant had 31 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. What do you think on the Suns versus Timberwolves?
Man, honestly, Anthony Edwards, like he's making me like so impressed. Like this playoff run. Because I know last year in the play-in, he was still a little young. Like he's superstar in the making, but like he had a great game. And like going against KD and like those guys, like he showed it. Great game one, and I think that was a big win for them to grab. Like I know like some of the guys on the Suns didn't have like perform their best, but I think you could say the same about Timberwolves too. Like they're a scary team, and I think they were like underappreciated a bit. Yeah, I know they were first place a lot of the year, but like a lot of like reports I say like they're not kind of like being favorites to like make it out of that series. So I don't know. I think the Suns they have definitely have a series on their hands. Like everyone thought they were kind of the super team, but that's gonna be a really good. That's gonna be a tough series. I think for sure a 6 or 7. I think would have
It's
to
gonna. I hope it goes 6 or 7
right.
because Devin Booker wasn't really playing his best game one. It was more like Kevin Durant had to like pick it up for his team, but that wasn't enough to get them the first win. So hopefully the Suns can pick it back up and make it like a 10 series because I hope it goes to game 6, like you said.
Surely, and I think Devin Booker, like that's a guy. He's usually so consistent, so that's pretty rare. So like, I think that shouldn't be a problem for the Suns. Like he'll bounce back. So we'll see. You know, I think when the Suns have all guys firing, that's when they're pretty tough to be beaten.
Yeah, and then the Timberwolves. I can see the Timberwolves maybe moving on if they really play like how they played the first game.
Yeah, totally. If Anthony Edwards like keeps doing what he's doing, like he's gonna establish himself as like a big time superstar. This is his time to do it. You know, he's still young, but he totally has it in him.
Yeah, like when LeBron, AD, Kevin Durant, Curry are retired, Anthony Edwards is going to be the face of the league one day.
Totally, I love seeing it.
Yeah, and Magic versus Cavaliers, they're playing today. The first game didn't go so well for Magic. Magic had 24 points. Paolo Banchero scored. He had 7 rebounds, 5 assists. R.J. Allen picked it up for the Cavaliers, but the Cavaliers took that game one. I feel like it could be a 10 series still because Magic is still a young team, right? They got Paolo Banchero. He's been carrying the Magic to the 5th seed. So I feel like it's gonna be a 10 series. What do you think?
Totally, I think they're pretty good, evenly matched teams to be honest with you. And you know, Paul's another guy in the league where you know he's trying to establish himself too. He's another young player, and he is getting it done. He had a great season this year. Magic kind of went under the radar for myself. I didn't know they would be that good to like where they're at. I think like 5th, 4th seed. I can't remember who's in which spot there.
We got Miami Heat first round, first game versus the Celtics. The Celtics beat the Miami Heat by a pretty wide margin, 114-94, and Jason Tatum had a really good game, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. But Bam also had a good game. He had 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. So if Bam can play where he's playing and Jimmy Butler can play a little bit better, then I feel like Celtics versus the Heat could be a tense game.
Yeah, could be intense. I think you know that would be if Boston loses that series, like that would be a big, big upset just because how they looked this season. Like they're looking like, well, they were like I think first place in like the East all. Right? They finished first still because they were first all season. But
Celtics finished first seed, yeah.
right, of course. So I think Boston's just always a team that do so good in the regular season, and they manage to like lose kind of Eastern Conference Finals every year when they look like they should win it all. So I expect them. Like I bet the odds for them to lose a series are probably very slim. But Heat's always a underdog team. Like you know Jimmy Butler, all those guys. Like they really got heart when they play. So I don't know. They could catch Boston slipping, but I don't know. I don't think it could be much possible. I would be
Yeah.
surprised if they got more than one game. I could see them squeezing off one, but I think this one's going in 5.
You think it's going to 5 games?
Yeah, I think maybe if they get
Yeah.
one, they're lucky, but it might even be a sweep. To be honest.
Yeah, because Celtics are really good.
Yeah.
It might be a sweep for the Heat there. They might get out first round, but who knows? We'll have to see what game 2 brings.
Yeah. They play tonight too or tomorrow?
No, they did play tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Clippers didn't have Kawhi, but Kawhi didn't play. I think he was injured, right? So they didn't play Kawhi. So
Okay.
and I'm surprised that they picked it up because James Harden really did good for his team. 28 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. Luka Doncic also played good for the Mavericks. 33 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists. What do you think Luka and Clippers?
See, I think like Mavericks are a great team, and with like Luka, he'll always put up those numbers. Like he's a very consistent guy. I think that's expected. He's just always like every year back. Like it comes down to like what support he has around him, right? So it's kind of just got like he's gonna give you 30, like he's gonna give you 30-10, like something almost triple doubles every game. So it's just really what Kyrie could put up and what some other guys could like come off the bench do for him too. And it's like that's pretty tough though. Like losing and like the other team doesn't have one of their core guys. Like Kawhi not being in the game is huge, and for them the Clippers to still take that is like that's scary for that series in my opinion because that's why the Clippers are so good too though. They have like so like through like Harden, Kawhi, and Paul George like so many options where like they could just like take over. So they could go out with one of their superstars, and then James Harden could just have an awesome game and just make the win for them. So they're a tough team to beat for sure because they have so many options. So it's not looking too good for the Mavs, like I say there. It's losing without the Kawhi Leonard on their side.
Yeah.
That's a bad look, I'd say.
Yeah, that's a tough one. If like Kyrie picks it up maybe for the Mavericks, I can see it going to game 6, but the Mavericks might get out early.
Yeah, and then that's going to be very interesting if they get like knocked out pretty badly here too by the Clippers. Like it could get pretty scary for the Mavs. We could see a toss up because like how many years would this be now for like Luka in the playoffs, kind of like getting like kind of frustrated. It seems I feel like year after year he's like not that like the support around him to make it through.
But they're always versing the Clippers.
Yeah.
Either first round or second round. They're always versing them.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a little rivalry they got going on. So like I look forward to like a big bounce back game too. Like I want to see a huge game from Luka. Like he's got that dog in him, so we'll see.
Yeah. And the Pacers did not do well either. They versus the Bucks. The Bucks had no Giannis.
Yeah.
But Damian Lillard stepped up and he showed that it was Dame time. And he had 35 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And then Pascal on the other side had 36 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. What are your thoughts on the Pacers losing the first game in the first round?
That's another one like the Mavs Clippers. Like just losing to a team without one of their superstars is just gotta hurt. Like those are games you gotta take advantage of because like now Giannis is like trying his best. Like when he comes back, he's gonna be eager to get out there and like perform. And Giannis is Giannis. Everyone knows what he could do. So to lose to like that is very tough. But like what can you do? Like Dame went off. He showed that like when he's like the guy in control, like how he was in Portland. Like he still got that in him. People forget he's just like kind of shadowed by Giannis's like shots like attempts sometimes, but he showed up where like that's why they picked up Dame, like for times like that when Giannis can't be out there or perform. So I mean, great look for the Bucks. They got the win without Giannis, but yeah, Pacers. I can't let that happen. I think Tyrese has to step it up, play a lot better, like how he played the beginning of the season, kind of like playing tournament time. But and I think they have it in them. I think they could be like interesting. Definitely interesting to see when Giannis is coming back. I'm not too sure. Do you know about that?
No, he says he has like a left calf injury, so we don't know when he's coming back, but hopefully it might be soon. They said he might be out for the whole series.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but we don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that could be huge, and we've seen it. Like if Dame plays how Dame like plays, like when he's by himself, like you never know. They could even take the Pacers without him, but that would be awful. I'm sure that wouldn't happen. I think Pacers are a good enough team to like still like they showed them the season to pull it out. But the Bucks without Giannis still a scary team. A lot of pieces.
Yeah, because Damian Lillard stepped up now for his team, and he wasn't having the greatest season, but now you can see that he still plays how he played in Portland, and then the Bucks have another guy to go to when Giannis or the other star players are injured.
Yeah, exactly. So great looks for the Bucks. They did great with the addition of Dame.
The Thunder versus the Pelicans was a very intense game, 92-94. Very intense game from those two teams. Shea had 28 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, and then Valanciunas had 13 points, 20 rebounds. Thunder versus Pelicans.
I think it was a good game. I think a little close for the Thunder though. I mean, still no Zion, right, for the Pelicans in that game, and I think like the Pelicans kind of just like they played like a good game, but like Thunder being like kind of like the number 1 seed and like kind of like the noise they made in the season this year, like I think they got to do a better job than that. Like I think everyone kind of expects them right here to kind of handle business with the Pelicans, and like they won their game, so a win's a win, but
It's-
still pretty tight for liking for them, I think.
yeah, Shea stepped it up for them, but I feel like without Zion, though, they should have won by a lot more than points.
Yeah, absolutely. Because now, like, it's clear, like, Zion's in that game. Like, Pelicans are taking that game. So, like, that's too bad for the Pelicans. I hate to see Zion go down. All the injuries he's had, and he was finally, like, in that Laker playing game. Like, he looked amazing. Like, they probably would have almost taken that game from the
Oh
Lakers.
yeah, he had 40 points that game.
Right? So that's a huge missing piece for the Pelicans. And the fact they kept it close, like, I hope they could, like, steal some games here, but I think that's one of the, like, only series, like, in the playoffs so far where it's like I think it should be wraps. I think that one Thunder, like, they should sweep that.
Hopefully, Zion comes back and he picks it up for the Pelicans, and
Yeah.
they can make it a 10 series.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Yeah, that would be for sure.
But if Zion doesn't come back, I feel like Thunder's gonna take it for. They're gonna like sweep them probably.
Yeah, I think for sure. I bet on that. I might even bet on that. We'll see. But because that's a good one. A lot of them are tight, but Thunder, they should take that in the sweep. And I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited for my Lakers tonight. It should be good. And
Suns versus Timberwolves at 7:30 for Game 2, and then Game 2 for Pacers and Bucks, and then Game 2 for Mavericks and Clippers. Hopefully, it's a tight game between those guys.
yeah, I think it's expected, right? This is gonna be awesome. I think we should do another, like, check in, like, kind of at the conference finals before the final.
For the finals?
Yeah, I think that would be probably, we could do another one then if you want.
Or do you like, so like they do first round, right? And then after the first round, they go into the second round. Do you want to do every round or just?
Sure, we could do round two. I'm down for that.
Yeah, we do round 2, and then after conference finals, we do wait till the finals.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. It'll be exciting to, like, do a check in and break down how the series all went.
Yeah, it's a pretty good breakdown today for the first round and the first couple games that are going on.
Yeah, and we're just getting started. Game 1, now Game 2s are on the way. I look forward to seeing them tonight. I'll for sure be tuned into that Laker game and be excited to talk about it.
Hopefully the Lakers can bounce back.
Yeah, I'd be a happy guy tonight, man. I hope so. Fingers crossed. Okay, man. Well, it's good talking to you, and I look forward to round 2.
Yeah, see you next time.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.